So, let's talk about the second Joker film, The Joker Folie Deux, at the IMAX in 70mm. So let's first talk about the actual cinema itself, the IMAX in London, in Waterloo. So the cinema itself is located in the middle of a roundabout. So at first it's not completely obvious how you get to it, but you go down the subway and then you see two entrances. You can go in either via the entrance which leads you through the cafe and bar area, or you can go in through the other entrance around the other side, and that leads you to the reception desk where you can buy tickets, pick up your tickets if you're not using e-tickets. You then proceed up the stairs, up the first set of stairs into the first area where you can wait. So there's a few seats there, and there is also a refreshment area where you can buy your drinks, your popcorns, and things like that. You then proceed through and up and get another set of stairs. There is a lot of stairs in the cinema, so if you're not all that able to cope with stairs, I would definitely recommend using the lift. So you go in, you go up to another set of stairs, and then you go up to your row. They're quite steep, the stairs as well. You're climbing up quite a few flights of stairs. You don't realise it until you come out and you're going down. You realise quite how many stairs you've actually gone up. I didn't realise we'd gone up quite as many when I was on my way out. The first thing you notice when you're actually in the auditorium is the size of the screen, particularly from top to bottom, how low it goes right down to the floor, right up to the ceiling. So it is actually the largest screen in the UK, largest IMAX screen in the UK, and you do definitely notice that. The cinema itself also has 27 track sound, which when you first go in, some of the speakers that are behind the screen are lit up. You can actually see where they are behind the screen, and they're also all around there on the ceiling behind. So when there's scenes of a lot of talking going on, it does really sound like it's coming from all around you. To the point, even when you're sitting there at first, you think it's somebody behind you talking, but then it is actually part of the film. So the version of the film I saw was actually in 70mm film print as well. So they're very large reels. So this was actually the only cinema in Europe which is showing this film from film and not a digital version of the film, which was also a reason why I wanted to go there. I did something different, and the image quality was really good. I was really impressed with it, especially on the scenes which are IMAX scenes that fill the screen completely. It is definitely a different experience to see it in a normal cinema, definitely a different experience to seeing it in your home. So I would definitely, from that aspect, recommend seeing it at the IMAX, or any film at the IMAX for that matter. So going on to the film itself, some people said it's a second film that we didn't actually want, but I disagree with that. I thought it was a good film and it followed on well from the first film. So the basic plot is the Joker, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is in prison, and that's how the film starts. And you can see at the beginning that he's had to lose quite a lot of weight for this role as well, because you can really see his bones through his skin. He's lost that much weight, but it fits the role well. So the film itself has quite a lot of songs in it, and that's probably partly the reason as well, and works well with Lady Gaga being in the film. So the actual title, Folie Deux, means two people who have got an affliction or a mental illness that are closely associated together, and that is those two. So they're both working together in the delusion that the Joker is real, and that plot carries on and develops slightly through the film, and it changes without giving anything away. His opinion to it changes, and their relationship then changes because of that. So the film itself is quite dark, but there wasn't. There was a few violent scenes, but not as many as the first film. I think the first film was slightly more violent. There was a lot more songs. It was almost a musical. This film, I would say, the amount of songs there are in it, and there is one particularly, well, a couple really, but one where they're trying to escape from the prison that's set to music, and they're both singing and they're dancing. And there's another scene, some scenes where he's thinking of them, imagining it, Then he actually tap dances as well while Lady Gaga's playing the piano and singing. So it's from that aspect, it's good. I enjoyed that. After the first film as well, with the iconic scene on the stairs where he dances down. Those stairs were also used in a couple of scenes in this film as well, but with actually no singing this time. Towards the end of the film as well. There was a couple of surprising bits within the film, especially seeing it at the cinema, so loud. There was a bit that actually quite made you jump when they're in the courtroom scenes, um, but it was good. It was well done. The ending to the film was also a little bit of a surprise. I didn't quite see that coming. On the lead up to it, you thought something was going to happen, but you wasn't quite sure what. But without giving away any spoilers, there was a bit of a surprise, slightly shocking scene at the end that was also really well done, and did make you feel sorry for the character of the Joker, because it was so well played, and the empathy that came across, even though he was a villain in these films, the way he's played also plays very strongly into the mental health aspect and the fact that maybe he can't help it, he is actually unwell. So overall, out of 10, I would give the film a 7.5, and I'd give the whole experience an 8 to 9 as well, seeing it at the IMAX. So overall, I'd say around an 8 for the experience of seeing this film itself in the IMAX, 7.5 for the actual film itself. So that was just my brief review of the new Joker film. I'd quite like to hear in the comments down below what you thought of the review, whether you thought it was useful or not, what else I could add, anything else you would like to see me review in the future, particularly in and around the London area, films, theatre, anything like that. I'm happy to look into. Please like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.